Hello there, welcome to JonnyBuildz. I'm your host, Johnny. Hi, Dusty, good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Here we are. We are working on a couple things, actually. This weekend is the Mars New Year celebration, Friday and Saturday in Mars, PA. And so we've got space babies that I have to finish up at least as much as I possibly can. I've got the things, I got the extra pieces that I need for the blue baby. I've got the stickers for the chest pieces here. The only thing I don't have are the faces yet. Those are being worked on tonight. So hopefully I'll get those in the next day or so, and then they will be done, and as much as possible. The blue baby, unfortunately, is going to have some issues still, but, you know, nothing we can do about that. We'll just get them as finished as we possibly can. So what'd you have for dinner, Dusty? Or wait, no, I guess for you it's not dinner. It would be breakfast or something. I can't remember what it is for you. I think it's breakfast, right? Or yeah, something like that, time-wise. Should we do the blue lion first, or should we finish up the space babies as much as we can? Pie. You had pie. What kind of pie? I had like a shredded beef thing with gravy and potatoes and broccoli, and it was really good. So babies or lion? Which one do we want to do first? Let me know what you think. Stop that part of the timer. Oh, meat pie. Oh, okay. You haven't eaten yet. Okay, I got you. Well, hey, that's cool. What all would be in a meat pie? That's interesting. You know what? Let's work on Blue Baby. Let's get him finished real quick. So Blue Baby has a little bit of an issue with pieces. It's a lioness, right? With no mane. They are called the lions, so I don't know. None of them have manes, but they are called lions. So, you see these pieces here, these corner pieces. Blue Baby does not have those because they don't exist. There are no blue pieces like this that are in blue. He also is missing on his arms these curved pieces. These are very small curves. There's bigger ones that come in blue. And the only ones I found that were in blue for the small ones happened to be in Europe. So I was not going to get them in time, unfortunately. I wasn't going to pay the shipping just to get 2 pieces that I need. Eventually, they'll be in the States, but they're just very rare. So hard to get. Obviously, again, the helmet itself is a little bit different because they don't make these corner pieces in blue. I don't understand why. No reason, but you know, that's just the way it is. The other thing I want to do is maybe change the hands so they look a little bit different. So they look like they have actual grip. So let's do that first and see how it looks. So we'll use Blue Baby as our experiment. So let's take his hands apart. Okay. And so what we're going to use is... And actually, I want to take that off too. I want to get a 3x2 instead of a 2x2. I need another brick separator. Let's be super. Ooh, that's going to be difficult with. It's going to be difficult with the curve. Let's see. Hey, Vab, how you doing tonight? Good to see you. What'd you have for dinner, or have you had dinner yet? You might not have. I know you sometimes work late, so... Come on. I can get my finger in there. You sound like Clicking Cliff doing that. Let's see. I cannot get... I know I have a little tool that'll let me get in there. Hold on, let me get that. Yep, there we go. Giant plate of nothing. All right, so we got a little spike. It's gonna get right in that little groove, and there we go. Oops, and of course I jabbed myself. I'm now bleeding all over the floor. There we go. Okay, so let us get... So instead we're going to do a 3. Put that on there. And I don't want to make it completely wide. I think this would be too big. So we'll see. I think this, maybe not. That might not be too big. I think it is, though. So the other alternative is I have 2x1s with the hole in the middle that'll pull it together just a little bit. So let's see how that looks. And I dropped a piece. Time to start all over. There we go. So that's a little bit smaller. But see, that makes that stick out a little bit. So could always reverse it. And then it sticks on the inside. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Do I want that? Oof. It's losing everything. But we're starting with Blue Baby because he's got the most issues. So let's get... Yeah. Yeah, I think that one looks a little messed up, actually. There we go. Might just be easier to do the whole thing. Open one. Like that. I don't know, which looks better? Tiny or big? Or should they stay together? I mean, we can keep it original. I mean, like, it depends. What do you think looks better? I'm open to suggestion as far as that goes. I don't know. I kind of like this, but I'm not 100% sure. The big fig that's over here, his is too wide, so his is one of these wide, his gap. So this would make sense. I might have to. Ooh, you know what? You know what? This would actually work. Yeah, if he was holding something, yeah. Actually, this might help. So let's do this. Can I get this thing in here? Gosh, I'm dropping everything today, I'll tell you. So if we put these on, then this will go in the middle. That'll probably look a little bit better. There we go. That looks better. I think that looks better. What do you guys think? I think a slight alteration to the Space Babies is just fine. Yeah, because them being off to the side makes it look just a little bit off, but doing this, I think, makes it better. All right, there we go. So we got the two hands open just a little bit. I think that makes it look better overall. Those are Space Baby pieces. We'll keep those over there. So let's work on this. This is the last couple pieces. I am going to fix this, but it's not going to be like these. It's going to be as close to it as I possibly can. So we're going to alter things just a little bit. So I had one of these extra that I got, so I got one more. And what we're going to do is take off the cover of the oxygen tank. Actually, we're going to take this whole thing off. It'll be easier to work on. And we're going to remove these. Remove this. And I think the way I planned it was... Ooh, maybe not. That might not work now that I think about it. It should. How did I plan it? Did I have... No, I didn't have it to the side. I had it planned in such a way that it was going to sit like this. And then it was going to go up. Let me think. How did I have that? Oh, I know. It's going to go... So we have this, and it's going to go underneath there. So like this. So I need a 2x1. And this. And then that. So that's going to go on top there. And again, this is as best as I'm going to be able to do. Oh, look at that. Every single piece has its own little... They did an air thing. They didn't need to do that. I think I just popped it all in there. But yeah, they separated them all. And this is going to go here. So as close as I can get... Oh, that doesn't fit. Oh, that's right. I need to put a 1x1. So I do have those. It's about as good as I'm going to get. So it makes the oxygen tank as close to that as I can. So it's a little bit rounded. Not a lot, but, you know, we'll make do. And this is the only one I have to do that with. So. And then for the middle, because the middle is wide open too, because again, the curved pieces go in the middle, I got another one of these just to put in there. It's the only thing with sealing it like that is like, I don't need that. I need that to go up by 2. Let's change this around actually, because I'm gonna need that 1 by 2. Here's Johnny. There we go. So I'm gonna need 2 of those actually. This goes here. That goes there. Actually, we'll see. It looks kind of like a monster. It's like rah, 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 rah. Alright, so that's going to go right there on the side. Let's do the other one. We need the other pieces out. Alright. And again, this is the approximation as best as I could do in a short amount of time because they just don't have the pieces I need. Well, that actually looks pretty good. Yeah. Okay, and then this goes here. I need 2 2x1s. I only have 1. Oh no, I can do 2. Hold on. Sort of. Oh, that will fit. Okay. Get back in there. I don't know why I took that out. I thought I didn't need it, but I guess I do. Okay, that. Well, that might be... Nope, that's perfect. Perfect height. So there. And we put the that across. And back on the baby. And that is as good as he's going to get. I don't have these curved things. I'm going to have to figure out probably like a cheese slope or something to go there. But other than that, his oxygen tank looks better. It's not perfect, but that's as good as I can do. So, baby is done as far as that goes. Oh, by the way, I got this little Pip-Boy custom Lego. It's pretty cool. Won that in a thing online. All right, so we did that. Let us look at these space stickers because I looked at them real briefly, but they look really cool. Look at that. Space. So, take off your arm. It sounds funny. And these are made perfectly to fit on here. They are 2x4. And they have clear backing around them. So, look at that. Yeah. Let's see if we can do this. Nope. It does fit almost perfectly on here, so. There we go. Look at that. Do-do-do-do. There we go. I mean, I can't really tell the difference. I think the ones I got are just a tiny bit bigger, But I mean, like, you really can't tell the difference. I think they look pretty cool. So the red Space Baby has the original, has the correct one, and then all these other ones get stickers. I think it looks pretty darn cool. So these are almost exactly the same size as the 2x4 tile. So we just got to be careful putting them on. Got to get the right angle so I can see. Yeah, like butter. Right on. That's 2. Let's do blue. He has so many issues. He needs to be as complete as possible. But his hands are more complete than everybody else's. So. And I know they make blue of this with the space symbol. But I figured, I'm just going to get the same for all of the other ones. So. Oh no, I shifted it. Nope, too high. The nice thing is these stickers, oh geez, this one is exact. The other ones weren't. The other ones were off by just a split, by just a hair. But this one is exact. There we go. Looky, isn't that cool? Space Baby. Put him back there because he is as done as he can get. These guys, we're going to do the same thing. Get the decal on this last one. And then the only thing we have to do, we'll finish the hands up for these guys later. We will yeah, that came on nice. Oh no, come on, I got a bubble. Get out, get out. On black, that's gonna look bad. Can't have that bubble. That will not work. Because that'll show up very easily. Let's see. That is not is not going on as well as the other ones. Let me stretch it a little bit, pull it. Yeah, there we go. That works. All right. Let's put these guys back here for now. Space Babies are almost done. We need some faces, obviously. We got our stickers. I'll put those back in the thing later. But for right now, we have a lion to build. So this is the first. It's actually steps 4, 5, and 6, as you'll see. But I wanted to, I don't know, I just like the blue line, and it was on the top first that I saw, so I wanted to do it first. So let's do it. The nice thing is, you guys have instructions to look at. There we go. So you guys should be able to see the instructions. Just making sure you can. By the way, is my microphone crackling at all or anything? It was on the interview, and that was disappointing. But yeah, as you can see, it's 4, 5, and 6, but that's all right. I wanted to do the blue one first. So here we go. Let us build the blue line. I have it all in one bag. Gives me a little bit of, oops, I've got to start the timer. Gives me a little bit of a challenge, I think, and I like doing that, as you guys know. 3, 2, 1. There we go. All right. So let's begin. I noticed when I was taking this guy apart that the person that had originally put him together had done it a little bit incorrectly and had messed up some things. So it is good to be able to do this to make sure that I have all the pieces and put it together the right way. So yeah, I'm a perfectionist when it comes to that sort of thing. I like it done the right way. So. And I really do like how the techniques they use to put the lions together is really cool. So, as you'll find out. Let's make sure this is straight. That's very important. And these are like the techniques they use in order to get the lions to transform and to get them to latch on to everything is just really, really, really neat. So it's cool to be able to put it back together and pay a little bit more attention and see how it is done. And the colors, by the way, on these instructions are good. Like everything looks the way it should. So this is going to be used as a latch for the head. This is a little grip thing here. And when the head tilts in order to make the foot, it latches from here into two other latches. It's kind of neat. So I really like the way they put the lions together. The two arms are actually very simple because all they are is joints in the middle. They're smaller than the feet and the legs, which makes sense. But hi everyone that's tuning in. We are just starting the blue lion and working on getting kind of the base part done. And this is the beginning of the middle section that holds everything together for the rest. So we're going to, what am I doing? I need this. And this holds the two halves together that are going to be opposites. They're going to be the same. And then this helps make it so like everything else transforms and sticks together and slides and curves and all that fun stuff. And it's very, as you can tell too, it's very colorful. It's kind of a neat set because of that. All right, here's another grip. This is going to be used later. This is what part of the thing is going to fold into, is onto that grip. And they actually grip very well. So. When I was taking this apart, I noticed that like a lot of the pieces weren't quite pushed down properly the way they needed to be. So that made having things move and bend and stuff not as good as it should be. Whoops, that is not the right part. This should be a 1x1. There's nothing on it. Oh, that's not it. So I need a 1x1 that is not a snot brick. I think that's it. Yep. And this. Go. So let's flip this around. And we put this, whoops, the other way. Right there. Do-do-do. So now we're going to build a second half that is a mirror of the first. And I also noticed there was some looseness on the part of how the legs were done, and that made it so like it creaked and did weird things whenever you tried to bend the lion's legs to form it up properly. So doing this should help. Let's get that straight. There we go. down for a second. And do the opposite side with one of the grips. There it is. So how many of you saw LEGO Masters last night? We got a lot to talk about this coming Thursday with Krista Marcella. So that is coming up in 2 days, same time, 8 o'clock. But we got some things to talk about in this episode. A lot of things to talk about. And those of you that saw it probably know some of what I mean. So. Around, put that on there, and now so this one's wiggly for right now until we get more support, which we're going to do right now. So. Alright, we're going to put this down and start working on the head of this particular line. At least I still have not found the Black Lion / Voltron's head yet. I don't know where it is right now. So that'll be something I gotta look for over the next week and a half. So gotta find it, otherwise I won't be able to build it. Won't be able to finish. Oh wait, this is not, sorry, this is not the head. This is a part that is important for the shifting of the head back onto itself to make a foot with a leg. So, hope everyone's having a good night. And if whoever's watching, is my microphone crackling? If it is, let me know. If it's not, that's great. It was when we did the last interview, and I don't understand why. I looked things over. It seemed like everything was the way it should be, so. Oh, this is the butt. So this is where you can ask Marcella about that. This is where the foot of the black line will go in whenever it forms Voltron. No, not that. That's for the tail. What am I looking for? That's another piece of the tail. It is a dark gray, though. Definitely makes it a little bit tougher whenever you don't have it separated by bags. There it is. Nope, cannot be a snot brick piece. See, these are the things that Blue Baby, these are a little bit too big. These are 1 1/3 high, and what to go on the arms is actually only 1 high. So they don't make many of those. Like I said, the only blue ones were over in England, and it was going to take too long for them to get here. So it was not worth it trying to rush them here. I'll figure out some other way. Hey Ben, how you doing? We are working on Voltron. This is the blue line. He's actually bags 4, 5, and 6, but I decided I wanted to start with him anyway. So blue's my favorite color. My stream, so I can do that. Fixed blue, as you can see, the babies, they have the stickers on. They look pretty awesome. I think they turned out really great. Oh, whoops, I gotta put those on first. Yes, the faces are actually being made tonight, I am told, so I should have the faces on and ready for this weekend, so gotta wait. So they're still, hey, Lemur Bricks. Oh, that's awesome. Is it a good set? I know you're an Ninjago fan, but is it a good set? in your mind as you're building it. Yeah, I wish I had the faces, so. But I made it so you can see the blue guy, his hands are open. I haven't done the opening for those yet, and I think I like it that way. So, I think I'm gonna keep it like that. Starting bag 4. How many bags are in that? I know it's a pretty decent, anyways, a pretty decent size. All the dragons are, I mean, some are smaller, of course, but like. So this is cool. This is grippies for when everything tilts, because this is the back. So whenever the head tilts, these unlock, or these are unlocked, so that the head can move and become the foot. So it's kind of neat the way they designed this. Really, really, really cool idea. Oh, nice! Wow, you're building fast. Yeah, I don't know why they made them like that either, and it's not that difficult. I put in a 3x2 brick instead of a 2x2, and yeah, I thought it was goofy too, because the big figs. So the big fig back here, my camera guy, his are this wide. They're a 2x2 wide. So I don't know why for the babies they closed it up. There's no reason for that. So I opened them. And I like it. And I did the, whatever it's called. What is it called? I did the jetpack, it's not jetpack, the oxygen tanks as best as I could with the pieces I could get. Because they don't make the curves that I needed, so I kind of fudged it a little bit, but it looks good. I'll show you what I mean. Hold on. Put him down. So the oxygen tanks have these curves that are 1x1, and they match up with this. They don't make them in blue, so I used slight curve angle pieces, and then in the middle I just put another one of these things. So about as good as I could do, really, especially on short notice, but they just don't make them in blue. Really odd, some of the pieces they don't make in blue. Which is, yeah, it's just a surprise because, I mean, blue is one of the more popular colors. But it doesn't. The baby hands are open, though. That's the thing. They're small, but they are open. So, at least I think so. You can't put anything in them, I don't think, but like I think they're open. So. Where is that? Upside down. Yeah, the baby hands are open. They're just very small. I have a baby over there. When we get done with this, I will grab him and we will take a look-see. But yeah, it's just really, I don't know, it was an odd choice, I think. Do them closed. So slight alteration to make them open and offset them a little bit, and yeah, it works great. So. Ben, any crackling going on? Crackling oat bran? Doesn't seem like it. I don't know what was going on. I think it probably was just major interference with being too close, and it was too intense. Because I have it set as regular as I normally do right now, and I did a playback, and it seemed to be all right. Where is this upside down piece? It's the only one that I got, and it's here somewhere. I know it. It's not two of those. Sounds good. Too much background noise? Yeah. Whenever, well, the room we were in was actually very echoey. It really was. So that may have the reverberation and then coming back probably caused some issues. That's the only thing I can think of, really. So I turned it down then. It was still doing it, but it did reduce it some. I hate when stuff like that happens. Where is this piece? It's an upside down one of these. So I guess it's inverted. And put the regular ones over there until I can find it. They're all the one way, but this one's supposed to be reversed like this, only it's supposed to be 2 wide. You go over there. Those are for the feet, I know that. It's the only one, like I said, and I don't think it's. I think these separated ones, they don't go together. Nope, it's one. There's 6 of those, but there's only one of this inverted. There it is. It's right in front of me. Oh, because of the dark red? Yeah. I would say if you're going to disassemble, 1x3 beam with a cross axle. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a cool piece. I would say if you're thinking of disassembling, like, is there a specific reason why you're thinking of disassembling? Just because you want to start over with it, or you want to clean it? Like, what's the reasoning? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just keep track of which ones break. But like when I took the Ewok village apart because they had the brittle brown stuff, yeah, I was just very, very, very careful. So just go slow. Don't pry any pieces against each other. Just take your time and pull them off, nicely. So just for future reference, I gotcha. Yeah, just be very careful. I mean, and you'll be fine. There will be some pieces that no matter what, they're just going to break. Some do that. That's just, unfortunately, the life of the brittle pieces. That is the life of the brittle. You will learn patience. And sacrifice Han and Leia?
If you honor what they fight for, yes.
I love this set. I'm glad I got... I mean, I have one already. He's all built, and he's over there off to the side. Over there. But finding this in the haul that I got is just awesome. Not sure what I'll do with it. Might sell it. Might just hold on to it for a little bit. Because it is a very unique set. And I know people have seen it and like it. I'm actually taking Voltron to the Mars thing this weekend. Because one of the tables we're doing is just general space sci-fi, and Voltron definitely fits that mold. So yeah, definitely going to do that. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Absolutely. Yeah, whenever you're getting to a point that you're just like, you know what, I have too much. And yes, you can have too much Lego. I fully admit that. I'm to that point. I got to get sets together and start either posting them on Bricklink or. The comic book. Oh, I saw that. I know. I don't know if my wife saw it, but she might be interested in it. But I won't tell her. Shh, shh. Keep it down. Don't let her know, and I won't have to worry about it. Okay. This is where this part here is the part that's going to angle and move whenever the lion's head transforms. So that's what this is for. Let's slide these out of the way just a little bit. There we go. All right. And I'm going to do another one of those. I like how they're just like embedding pink pieces all through here. They're like, yeah, it's got brains everywhere. Not quite, but you know what I mean. This is not a Star Wars set, so it doesn't count. All right, flip it. More snot bricks because we're going to do some fun things with the sides to make it look really neat. Hey Ben, are you going to get a chance to interview just John or Justin? I can't remember which one you're able to reach or whatever. All right, flip it back over. Ah, it's getting a little hot, top heavy. Justin, hopefully soon. Okay, good, awesome. I hope you're able to. I had to because I'm going to interview Krista and Marcella about episode 3 that just happened last night. And I had to get my questions in really quickly this morning because, well, we don't have much time to get approved for, you know, that they're good. So, okay. Oh, yes, he definitely will. Justin will actually probably need to send them to his PR person. I've had to do that every single time with Marcella and Krista. Obviously, I'm trying to interview them every week, so it's, you know, it's I'm used to it. But yeah, you'll definitely have to get that past them first, most assuredly. All right, here we go. We're gonna put on some snot pieces to right. Yeah, you're just gonna do it, and yeah, and nothing wrong with that. Yeah, if you're going away from Lego Masters a bit, then yeah, you're more flexible. Obviously, I'm focusing on Lego Masters, but we're gonna do some other things too as the weeks go on, because they are very interesting people. I love the way they do the coloring. And there's red. There we go. Look at that. Doesn't that look cool? It looks nice. This one's interesting because, like, instead of doing 2x2, they do two 2x1s and then cover it with a 2x2, and then you put this on. Kind of odd. Not sure why they do it that way. Maybe a little bit better grip. I don't know, because it's only on by a 2x2 point. So maybe it's the only thing I can think of. So, all right, flip it. You must flip it. You must flip it. Duckbricks is on that season. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, this season, I don't know if you've heard Lemur or not, but 2 of my lug members are in this current season, in season 5. So we've been cheering them on. We were actually at Dave & Buster's 2 weeks ago for the premiere, and then last night we were at Dave & Buster's again for episode 3. So a lot of the lug members come out and, you know, just cheering them on, having a good time, just talking and watching and everything. It's a lot of fun. Trying to support the Pittsburgh Pals. They even did, in this episode, they even did a Steelers chant. So. And they actually do the chant that they do. I found out that they do before the start of the show to kind of get everybody pumped up and stuff, which is really cool. Definitely an interesting yellow that they use for this coloring. It's a kind of a orangish yellow. Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So I'm interviewing them. This will be fourth time actually interviewing them, because we did it right before the premiere, and then so far after every episode I've interviewed them just to find out their takes on everything. So this particular interview on Thursday, it's before your stream, Ben, so we'll be done in time so that you can stream. And if you get your stream up, I'll put a link in there just to say, hey, you know, everyone go to Ben's stream afterwards. But yeah, we're gonna do the interview at 8 o'clock on Thursday on this channel. So find out lots of information, very specific things. Oh, thinking of a great many things. I see the Toothless. How to Train Your Dragon. There we go, number 4. The guy had put on there crooked, whoever had it before. Oh well, not gonna worry about that. Toothless, How to Train Your Dragon. I'm not a fan. I think they did a not so good job on it, and I was hoping it was going to be like an adult Toothless, and they made it a baby Toothless. I'm not good with that. Not cool. So I don't know. However, I mean, like, it looks okay. Like the eyes make it look cute, but like other than that, I think it's kind of bad. All right. This is line number 4, even though but they start with the legs first. All right. Let's set it aside and work on the next little part, which is the head. So what we're going to work on next is the whole apparatus that tilts as the foot whenever it turns into the leg. So oh yeah, absolutely. I think so. More accurate, less chibi. Yes, absolutely. That's part of the problem. Even if it was a younger Toothless, like, yeah, I agree. Less chibi. Definitely. So yeah, I'm definitely not a fan of that Toothless. Keep getting notifications in Facebook. All right, so what we're putting on now is more grips. These are things that will allow the head to lock into place with the things we already put on as it rotates and rolls. So you never saw the original, so okay, well, you should. Just so, I mean, seeing the new live action one is should be the same. I don't know. Disney likes to, or whoever, they like to change things these days. So you definitely want to go see the original. It's been a while since I've seen it. So it is good. It's a very solid story. That's why I'm saying go see the current one, or the one that is the original, because it is good and worth seeing, and they may change the story for the real version, which has real people, but it still has animated dragons. So, and I know they can't do anything about that, but still, it's kind of funny. So this is the rotation portion of the head that actually works really, really, really well, the way they've designed it. So this sits in here like this. And these grips that you see right there fit into the two red things here, so it actually snaps in. And then when you turn it into the lion, it rotates on there, rotates here, and flips over. Well, this actually is flipped over, and snaps into other ones. It's really, really, really cool how they do this. So. Oh, they just because of the haircut? Well, that's okay. Yeah, I get that. I mean, I don't know. I don't like when they change things too much. Like there's a reason why the story existed and why it's a good story, why it's timeless. And no, it's not necessarily by the looks, but they've already kind of established the looks. So like when they change things even like that, it's kind of like people are going to ask, well, why'd they do that, you know? I agree. Totally agree. All right. The original author, she's what JKR should have been. JKR! Alright, we're starting. So what we do here is we're actually making everything smooth. We're going to make it so it's rounded and looks pretty cool and works with everything together. So this is like the head, it's going to sit this way. So like everything is built out this way. So when those latch in, it's going to sit like this and stick out. You'll see what I mean whenever we get closer to being done with it. Okay. And here, where are those? I just saw them. There they are. They're upside down. Of course they are. Of course they are. They're upside down just to give me fits. And there's one more. One more. Also giving me fits because I can't find it. It's mocking me. There it is. Yeah, I believe so. It was a series, right? It was a book series. I only have seen the movie, but pretty sure it was. All right, we're gonna set that aside for a moment and work on this part. This is another piece that is going to grip with whenever it rotates or rotates back. It just depends. Again, the way they designed this was pretty cool. They did a fantastic job. I don't need to scroll down for that part. That I do, though. Yeah, I didn't read the books myself, but would you say, Ben? See, I know you've seen both the movie and obviously you've read the books. Would you say it follows the story well? The movie follows the books very well. All right, let's tie things together. I like when they follow. Obviously, TV has different constraints than a book does. You can describe things differently and stuff, and sometimes things fall by the wayside a bit. There we go. Look at that. Getting there. And one more bag and then go to bed. Be at full energy for Delta Rune tomorrow. All right. Take it you're excited for that. Which way does this go? This goes that way. Oops. Gotta get it on there. Oh, no, it only, no, it can't go that way. It goes that way. Okay. And upside down snot brick. Or it's an up snot brick. I'm looking right at it and I can't see it. Here it is. So when I first built this is actually my second time building Voltron, obviously, because I have, you know, my original piece. My original Voltron. That was when I first started streaming, and it was before I did this channel, really. I didn't like the way I did the stream, so after I did Voltron, I stopped and kind of reset myself. Oh, good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. So yeah, I've done Voltron before, and it was my first thing I streamed putting together. I just didn't like how I streamed. I wanted to revamp it, so I stopped for about half a year, and then I started up again with my channel as it is now, with the UCS AT-AT when it came out. So, all right, let's work on the head. So we're going to put that there for a moment, and let's work on the head. So it's actually, so the original stream is actually on my channel, and I was just putting it together, kind of. I don't know, I can't remember how much I was talking, or if I had much interesting to say, if at all. So, like, you know, streaming was kind of a new thing to me, obviously. So thanks, Ben. We'll see you next time. Keep on building. Really interesting way that they put this together too, because the head is 3 wide instead of being an even number, so they adjust it. Whoops, I didn't put that on right. I just turned it around. Oh yeah, no. Everyone is important. So, but the way they do this and make the heads so that they fit right, size-wise, is very, very interesting techniques. And they make them look cool. So they use a connector and the 2x1 with the middle to keep it all kind of together and go from the even 4 to the 3. It's pretty cool. All right, we're gonna make the jaw. So let's do this. This is the bottom jaw, the mouth. Okay, bottom jaw. We're going to do the top teeth. The original person that had this actually put some of the colorings for the between the black ones and this silver one that we'll be putting on in a second. Actually did that wrong. So it was like, as I was taking it apart, I was confused because I'm like, well, wait a minute, that's not the right thing. But it's all right. I figured it out. And I was like, oh, I'm missing a piece. They substituted or something. And then I found out that they just put the wrong thing because the nose is supposed to be silver, not black. And they had the nose as black. So I was kind of like, oh, I'm missing a piece. But it ended up I was not. So let's bring it all together. So there's our eyes. Look at that. Pretty cool. go. Finishing up the head. And it goes on here against, so it actually doesn't connect up here, but we're gonna kind of surround it, and that's how we keep it together. There we go, with snot bricks. So it's a different way to lock that in. June 1st sets on, and oh, the happy plants. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, the happy plants are pretty neat looking. I know my wife wants to get those. Up there, and then we put a blue. Huh, interesting. So they must you must have gotten lucky then. You got in there at just the right time. If they took them away. So apparently someone was like, ooh, you weren't supposed to do that yet. Okay, there's the lion's ears. All right, and so this is an important part. So whenever it turns into the robot, this rubber allows it to, like, it stands, but it doesn't slip. And actually, on the bottom of the AT-AT's feet, each foot has one of these, so that, again, it doesn't slip whenever it's just kind of sitting there. So we put that. And this goes in there, and that keeps it from slipping. Oh, well, they did a goof then, I guess. And this is a support chin piece here. This goes underneath. Oh, whoops, I put that on the wrong thing. Silly me. It goes down here, that's the bottom. So it'll sit like this, and there's already grip to it just because of that, and it's just a little bit bigger. All right, so now what we do is, you see we have this little grip, this little latch piece, and that touches this, and it grips into there. Just got to get it just right. All right, so it is in there. Oops. No, it's not. I thought it was, but it is not. It has not touched. Gotta get it in there. There we go. I heard it is snapped. Right, so it is snapped in there. And we take the long piece here and slide that through. So now the whole thing can actually rotate. So these grips up here will latch into the ones that are down here whenever we rotate it. So it ungrips. You really got to push it so that it gets, so that it locks in. It's not wanting to get in there. There we go. It's a tough snap. It really is a tough snap, but there we go. So that's how it does the foot. And then I mean, the locking is good, but it's very tight too, so you just gotta get with it. All right, so we're gonna do the tail. It's kind of funny that the end of the tail was a different color, but that's all right. right, there's our tail. Now we're going to do the legs. So let's slide it over here. And each of the legs is slightly different. So they have to do instructions for each leg. So. But they do look cool. They couldn't do... See, some of them use just the brick thing here, and some of them use this Technic ball joint thing. Just depends on which way it's going. All of them have these cheese slopes. And the legs all go different ways. And they have these special pieces. All right, so put the first one on. There we go. Ah! Nice and loose, but still stiff, you know what I mean? All right, let's do the next one. And again, like I said, they're all slightly different the way they're designed. See, this one has a ball joint in it. And it's not straight, but nothing I can do about that right now. Not sure why they did the difference between them, but that's what they chose to do. What do I need there? Oh, that's right. I need one of those. One of these. I think they did that because the shaft that's in the middle there controls the whole head thing, and so they want to make it so that like you can bend independently. There we go. Same thing. Let's flip it around because we're going to be doing the back stuff. Oh, he's stuck on his side. Oh no. Have to get him straight. My cat is rummaging around in my room, being silly. First time in a long time I've had to turn on the heat. It's finally warm enough to warrant that, which is really weird for this time of year. Finally in June, like usually May it starts warming up. Not this year. May was cold. Okay, back end. As Marcella said in this last episode of Lego Masters, it's like, where's the tail go? I don't know. Put it in the butt. Put on a sweater. Oh no, I'm fine. It is so hot out. So hot. How you doing, Kevin? Good to see you. Finishing up the blue line for tonight, and then it's still in the warehouse. Ah! When did you order it? Did you order it over the weekend? I think Vab has the shuttle carrier on order as well. The first. So you ordered it, yeah, so you ordered it over the weekend. You ordered it on Sunday, right? So then it just, I don't know. Alright, so let's see how this one goes. Put in. Okay, that one's not as stiff. So when I first took this apart, one of the legs was actually really stiff and it squeaked and it would not go very well. So the person had it not something about it was not quite right. So it's a good thing that I redid this. So, all right, let's make 4 feet. The next line will be the yellow line because it makes sense to do both the legs, and then we'll do the arms, and we will do the black line last because that's how it works. 745. When you were oh, that's cool. That is cool. That would definitely be something awesome to see and unique because that's not something, that's a rare thing. So that is cool. I love when I was growing up, my parents had the entire Encyclopedia Britannica, and like they had a whole section on space and the lunar landing and all that stuff, and it was like, man, you know, reading that, it was just so cool. So I was hooked on space from then on. And once we put these on, we are done. Come on, get in the hole. Doesn't matter, put it in the butt. Oh, that's cool. So they were doing it on purpose. That's cool. It's neat whenever you know, essentially, you know, they can show off, you know. So that's cool. And done. Let's pause the timer. Less than an hour. Good. All right. So the legs are nice and stiff. They go like that. So whenever Voltron, there, symbol, there, Voltron symbol for the blue line. So whenever, let me minimize that. We don't need that in the way. So when he transforms, there's a grip here that is holding this in place. There's just an axle here that allows this to rotate. So to transform it into the leg, you simply untuck, and you can see the legs go with it. It snaps in, and then this goes back, and these go forward. Right like that. And the whole thing sits. And again, this tire here keeps it from sliding just on its own. And then these, I think these go like this. How do I have it on there? Yeah, they just go like this. Yeah, that just looks silly. I don't think it goes that way. Yeah, it goes like that. So that's how you transform them into the leg. And in fact, this flips over to go over the front like that. So, right there. So that's how he transforms into the leg. And this is the right leg of Voltron. Number 5, which is the yellow line, is the left leg. So you can see we got double grip here. So whenever you put, so the foot of the black line goes in here, goes in the butt, and then these grip on, and it's a solid connection. Whenever you have both legs here, it's really cool. So, all right. So we finished that. Let's get him back to lion mode. Oh, he is definitely stiff. Okay. All right. There we go. They did such a good job on these things. They look really cool. Oops. Took off his jaw. There we go. So there you go. Blue line. All right, let's finish the Space Babies. So we got the blue one finished. Got the stickers on. We got his hands spread out a little bit. We're going to do that with the other Space Babies. And then the only thing we need is the faces, which I should get in the next day or so. Hopefully. Alright, let's finish these guys up. So, to get these off, I have to get into there. There we go. And then, these, I need 4 of them. I don't know if I have 4 red ones. We'll find out. I'll get the black ones out too, and the white, and the yellow. I'm gonna need them anyway. That one's a little rough. You can tell some of those are old. Old like me. Alright, put that one back in. That one is painted, unfortunately. Let's see, I got yellow, I got 3 of the red, I need 1 more red, there it is. And then I need 3 more black. 1, 2, nope, that one's too big. 2, 3. Alright. Cool. Alright. So now we got the proper hands. So now, Red Space Baby has 1 arm done. I think it looks better having the gap. I don't know why they didn't do the gap. The real babies do have open hands, even though they don't fit like standard Lego pieces don't go into them. But they're still open hands, so I don't know why they didn't do that. So the only thing after we get these done is they're going to need faces. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's do yellow. We will be done for the night. Be a little bit of a shorter night than usual, but that's all right. Sometimes you need that. They do definitely look creepy without faces. Oops. There we go. I was like, why is it not opening? But it wasn't quite in there. The other fun part is we will have the levitator for the Red Space Baby, so it'll look kind of cool. Beside Marvin the Martian for Mars Day or Mars New Year. And it's gonna be fun. Can't wait. Ooh, that one almost took off. What'd you have for dinner, Kevin? Always ask that question on JonnyBuildz stream. Unless it's early in the morning, then it's what did you have for breakfast? I'm gonna get a different white. That one looks a little. One of them looks a little dirty. Yeah, that one looks dirty too. There we go. Cleaner. Some of these are old pieces I've had for a long time, so. right, one more hand, and we are as done as we can be without faces. Chicken patty sandwiches. I like good chicken patties. Ooh. Tyson or something else? So Thursday, again, it'll be before Ben's stream at 8 o'clock. Ben's stream's at 9. Here we go. All 5 Space Babies are done except for the faces. We've got blue line done. So we will be interviewing and reviewing episode 3 with Marcella and Krista on Thursday at 8 o'clock. So, there we go. Done for the night. Went pretty well, I think. We got lots accomplished. So next week will be the yellow line. But until then, as always, keep on building. We'll see you.